Can you hear? Oh, okay. Can you hear me now? That's my bad. That's my bad. I went on for my bad. Are we good? Are we good? Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. All right. There we go. Sorry, guys. Uh, all right. So I gave you guys a lock on that. It was AJ moneyline, Griffin moneyline, Valle Bastillos over, Johnson moneyline minus 160, 4-leg parlay. That guy's hit. That all hit. So that parlay hit. So we if you I didn't play it. I said I wouldn't. I said I wouldn't play the fight. But I did. All right, we're good. Jake, exactly. I do exactly. They're trying to silence me. If you guys played the parlay I gave you, we all hit. I took the over 2.5. There you go. Once again, I hit my 4-leg parlay. Dubois money line, Johnson by decision. Bang! Anderson Silver money line, Bumgardner by decision. Salute, salute, salute. Then guys, don't be gay. Remember to tip your gambling advisor. Your gambling advisor hit on another lock. I gave y'all another lock. It is the Christmas season. Remember to tip your gambling advisor. Cash App, super chats below. Your gambling advisor appreciates all tips in a real way. I wanted to start a poll. I wanted to do a poll on this. Do you think Joshua carried Paul? Do you think he carried him? Do you think he let him get through the early rounds? It seemed like Joshua did absolutely nothing, but at the same time, I can't necessarily say that for a few reasons. Because Paul ran the whole time. He literally ran the whole time. He ran out the clock. And, Paul, I guess he's good enough to where if he wants to just simply run, if he just wants to run, he's good enough that he can do that. I've got a lot of thoughts on that. A lot of thoughts on that. Like, did you want to fight or did you want to run? I understand he gets paid either way. He did show up. He took some big shots and kept fighting. He got knocked down 4 times. But all he did was, like, his game plan was obvious. Run, hold, and fall to the ground. Run, hold, and fall to the ground. You could see him gassing. From the second round. I've always said this, even about good fighters. You can't run for 12 rounds. You can't run. You're going to slow down. Once you slow down, he's going to catch you. You haven't dented him. You haven't slowed him down. You haven't taken any gas out of his tank. And once and you're backpedaling, you're going backwards. It takes far more energy to go backwards like Paul was doing than to walk forward like Joshua is doing. And you can see by the second round, he was gassed. And all he wanted to do was hold on and then fall to the ground. Because he's not experienced, what he doesn't understand is going to the ground is going to exhaust you even more. That did him no favors, right? And honestly, that ref, who was that ref? Let me grab a water real quick. I got to grab a water real quick. All right. We are back. Guys, do tip your gambling advisor. Join the Patreon. Link is in the description. I gave y'all another parlay that hit in a real way. We hit again in a real way. I didn't play this because I wasn't betting on this fight, but I hope y'all did. I hope y'all did because it hit. And what's a good bet? Any bet that makes you money is a good bet. Am I wrong? All right. I'm also going to put a link to become a member in there too. Remember to become a member. Hang on 1 second. All right. Let me get back to this. Where do we leave off? Where do we leave off? We called the fix, Gary. We sure did. Crashed the over in a big way. Over 2.5 was easy money. Shout out 79. Glad to have everybody here. We called the fix. Bill M is in the house. What up, Bill M? I got Bill M. I got Hawk in here. I got some of my anyone saying that wasn't a carry is lying to themselves. I think he carried him. I think he could have killed him there in the 4th or 5th round. He kept holding back the right hand. We know Joshua lets the right hand go, and he wasn't letting it go. So what was really going on? He carried him after the 2nd round. After the 2nd round, you can see Paul was totally gassed. I was surprised that Paul was good enough, that his footwork was good enough where he could run and avoid any combustion. But it was embarrassing because he wouldn't fight. Like, at no point in that did he fight. He was never looking to fight. Like, if I take a fight, I don't care if I'm fighting Anthony Joshua. If I take the fight, I'm going to fight to win. You could see that it was like in the 1st or 2nd round, Anthony Joshua threw a right hand, and Jake Paul just goes, right? Like, God dang, I can't get hit by one of those, right? And you could see that. And he didn't want to fight. He didn't want to fight before that. And his game plan was clearly to run and hold, and then take a knee. Taking the knee was dumb. Because I would have disqualified him. That ref was atrocious. Who was that ref? I've never seen that ref before. We have plenty of fights in Florida with the pro box. I've never seen that ref before. That ref was atrocious. You had to do something. He took a knee every 30 seconds. You got to either disqualify him or count it as a knockdown. One of the two. You can't keep taking a knee. It's like spitting out your mouthpiece. You're doing it to stop the fight. So I'm either going to disqualify. I'm going to start taking points. If you keep doing it, I'm going to disqualify you. Referee Chris Young. What else? Do we know this referee? He did not look familiar at all. Let's look up his box rec real quick. Has he reffed any other meaningful fights? Katsuma Asugi and Astrolabio, he did that fight. Pero and Jordan. All right, he's done some fights. Oh, Telez and Barreau. Yakubov and Forster. He's done some fights. I'll give it to him. He's reffed some fights. He's not totally green. It's not exactly the guy I would have picked, and I would never give him a big fight again because he's got to make it to Kai and Tungdi, Lubin and Holmes. I did Lubin and Holmes. Okay. All right. He's done some fights. This guy did not look familiar. I did not remember this referee. That the referee's got to make a decision. Either he's getting knocked down, he can't stand up, and he's getting knocked down, so start counting, or he's taking a knee. If he's taking a knee, stop the fight. He doesn't want to fight. That is you telling me. It's like spitting out your mouthpiece. You don't want to fight. It's like turning your back. You don't want to fight. I then have to stop the fight. If you're telling me you don't want to stop the fight, I have to stop the fight. This ref just let it go. As if like taking a knee in a professional prize fight over and over and over and over again is normal. If he can't stand, stop the fight. If he's taking a knee on purpose, stop the fight. If he's getting knocked down, if he can't stand, it's a knockdown. Like there's only 3 options here. And 2 of them will take a point, and one of them is a knockdown, right? So stop the fight, take a point, count it as a knockdown. The ref did none of those things. He just let him take a knee over and over and over and over and over again. I said in the Discord, he was just going to run around the ring, and he did. like if you want to use the ring, use the ring. But you gotta throw punches. Like you've got to throw punches. If you don't throw any punches, what are we doing here? You gotta fight. He's throwing 5, 7 punches around, he's just looking to survive. Like you could almost stop the fight. Like I would have went in the corner and said, "You have to throw punches. This is a prize fight. If you're not going to throw punches, I'm going to stop the fight." Jake literally ran and tried to take him down. It was ridiculous what he was doing, just trying to take him down, It was insane. It was a ridiculous game plan. I understand, like, okay, I'm fighting Anthony Joshua. I'm a YouTuber. I get it. You can't sit there and run. That was ridiculous. And you can see by the second round, he was gassed. That's how much running he was doing. I genuinely thought he would try to win at least a little bit. I lost respect for. Yeah, I wanted to ask you guys about that. Do you lose respect for him for running the whole time? Or do you gain respect for him? Because Anthony Joshua did tag him with a few shots. Like he got, like, let's be real. He kept fighting. He got up a bunch of times. He got nailed, he got tagged, and he kept getting up. I give him some credit for that. He went down on his shield, so to speak, but like then he just ran and fought like a bitch the whole time. Like a lot of me thought that fight was fake and gay, and some of me thought like, okay, like he's still fighting. Like he could have taken a knee and gotten out of this, and no one would have batted an eye. He fought to survive. He didn't fight to win. He fought to survive, but he fought to go the distance. He kept getting up. He kept getting up and fighting. Even that last knockdown, he tried to get up, but he was so exhausted and he couldn't get up. The ref was comical. The whole thing felt weird and fake. The ref was awful. It's like the ref did. We just looked into it. The ref did other big fights, meaningful fights. So we like it's hard to believe that the ref was this bad. Does anyone remember the job he did, like Yakubov and Foster? The ref's got to do something in that fight. You can't just let that go on where he keeps taking a knee. Like he keeps falling down and taking a knee. He can't fight at that point. How are you doing? I'm good, Jackson. My homeboy Jackson in the house. What up, Jackson? Jake was on his bike the whole fight. On his bike is an understatement. He was running for his life, which I can respect him fighting. Like he got up and he kept answering. He kept beating the count. Even when the last one, he still kind of beat the count, but the ref stopped the fight anyway. I give him respect for that, but I can't respect him when he ran the whole time. He threw no punches. Backpedaling for 5 rounds is part of a gay lie. You ain't never lied. Hawk ain't never lied. Backpedaling for 5 rounds is part of a gay lifestyle. It sure is. It absolutely is. The actor sitting ringside was mad cringe. I need to repent for actually watching that sin. We're all gonna watch it. First off, it's AJ. We wanted to watch AJ. Second, we wanted to watch this guy get annihilated. That didn't really happen the way I wanted to see him get knocked out spectacularly. Well, my tinfoil hat theory about the no contest failed. We'll get them next time, Gary. But your parlay got me a few bucks. Thanks, bro. Shout out. Guys, please vote in the poll. Please vote in the poll. Like, share, and subscribe. Remember to tip your gambling advisor. Do remember to tip your gambling advisor who hit on another lock, although I didn't play the lock. I didn't play that lock. I didn't play that lock. I've been betting this fight. Y'all crazy for betting this fight. What up, Bill M? The Real Mozita, tell me I was wrong about him running. He certainly ran. I didn't think he was good. I didn't think his footwork would be good enough for him to do that. I didn't but it was. His endurance couldn't get him past a couple of rounds, which was embarrassing and gay and bad. I want to give him credit for fighting, but the same for beating the count and fighting. But at the same time, he ran the whole time. It didn't throw any punches. You came to run. This is a fight. You treated it like a track meet. If Bodine won, I was going to be rich. I threw some money on that too. There was a few moments I thought Joshua could have thrown. We saw that. We were just talking about that, Jackson. Like there was, and we know he lives and dies off that right hand. That's his money punch. And now he's not throwing it. Jake Paul had nothing on his shots. He's got nothing, especially later in that fight when he's completely gassed. There's nothing on those shots. Nothing. So what are you afraid to let the right hand go? Why would you be afraid to let the right hand go when you know you're not getting anything back in return? He's got no legs. He's got no power to start with. And now he's got no legs. So those are all slapping shots. Those are all Mad Max type shots. Those are just winging shots. Like there's nothing on them. You can hit me with 10 of those to get one Anthony Joshua right hand, and he would sign up for that. AJ could have had him out in a minute. It is difficult. That's why I said give him 2. 1 round when someone has no idea what they're doing, like Paul has no clue what it can be awkward. Like, what are you doing? You give me a round to figure it out, and I'll get you out in the second round. Gator McCluskey. What up, Gator? Clown show, 4 rounds of clown show. Knockout at least broke his jaw. This is bad for boxing. It's not good. It's not good. The undercard was decent. If people watched the undercard, that was good for boxing. Pretty good for boxing. Jamal Harvey wasn't great. He was good enough. If you guys watched deep in the undercard, but the girls' fight, I thought Bumgardner gave a great performance. I thought Bumgardner might lose. I thought she was shot. She did not look good in her last 2 fights. She looked really good in this fight. So shout out to Bumgardner. I think the 3-minute rounds for the chicks, we should, even if you just want to do 10 rounds, like but do 3-minute rounds. Give the chicks 3 minutes. It looked more like a boxing match. It looked like a fight. It looked like boxing and not winging punches for every, you know what I'm saying? It looked more like boxing. And that really, really favored Bumgardner. Bumgardner is more of a classic boxer. She selects her shots. She doesn't have a ton of value. Bodine is come forward, wrecking ball, throws a lot of shots. And she couldn't do that for 36 minutes. 3-minute rounds. She couldn't do that. So and I should have thought of that when I was picking the upset on that. It's going to slow down. Bodine can't throw all those punches over 36 minutes. You can't keep that rate up and that pace up over that time. Jake was impersonating Zach Parker with all that. Yeah, the falling down was enough. Like, that was ridiculous. Ridiculous. The ref should have stopped it. And how you stop it is easy. You take a point, and then you take another point. And once you take in the 2 points, the next time he does it, he's disqualified. And the ref never did that. So it's on the ref for allowing it to happen. Please like, share, and subscribe. Do vote in the poll. The referee sometimes on Pro Box, he didn't look familiar. And some of the MVP cards, I think. Yeah, we looked through it. He was. I don't remember him. He doesn't look familiar, but you're right, Jackson. He's on some of the cards. Let me close that. There was no path to victory with Paul in the fight. It reminded me when a wrestler takes a BJJ match and refuses to engage the entire time as a strategy. Like, why even? There was no path to victory, and I get it, right? But you still got to fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're a man. You took this fight. Don't run like a bitch. Fight him. I'm not saying don't move, don't use the ring, but he didn't throw any punches. At no point did he ever try to win the fight. And if you're in a fight and you're not trying to win a fight, that's immoral and pussy. It is. It's immoral to fight, not to win. If you're not fighting to win, that's immoral and that's pussy. It is. And he was never fighting to win. From the moment that fight started, he had no intention of ever trying to win that fight. Jake is fake. He's just a fake YouTuber who beats up on retired old fighters to build his weak name. Gator. The female fights were good. What up, MC? If this is what boxing needs to sell tickets, the sport will continue to take a beating to MMA. Clown show. Well, you can't stop it though, right? Like, Jake Paul has every right to fight. The commission could have not approved it. And if I was the Florida commission, I wouldn't have approved it. They approved it and they packed out the house. Like, I mean, I don't know how to stop it other than the commission not approving it. I don't really have a lot of answers on how to stop this. I watched it, so I'm guilty, right? I tuned in. You got my money. I watched it. I watched the Jake Paul Mike Tyson thing. I'm as guilty as anyone else, and for making this happen. If we didn't watch it, it wouldn't happen. If we didn't pay for it, it wouldn't happen. If the commission didn't approve it, it wouldn't happen. But everyone, you know, it's capitalism run amok is what it is. Everyone got money because we watched it, you know. It's not good for boxing long term. It's not. It's not good at all. I've said this multiple times. Boxing is in trouble. It's in serious trouble in the U.S. It's still fine. It's great in England, in Puerto Rico, and Mexico. It's fine. But in the U.S., boxing's on its way out. I gotta keep saying this. The The two biggest promotional companies in the US, Top Rank and PBC, don't have TV or streaming deals. They don't have TV or streaming deals. Guys, think about that. Top Rank's been around since 1962 or whatever. It doesn't have a TV deal. I was impressed with Jake. To be frank, I now have reverence for him. I could see that, but like, explain. He ran the whole time. He ran and 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 he ran. I can't really respect that. I really can't. He got up and he kept fighting, but wasn't fighting. It was running and holding and taking a knee. You can see at no point in that fight did he ever want to win the fight. I don't know if I can respect that. But I do respect him getting up and beating the count. You signed up to fight. Signed up to fight, you better fight. Paul got his jaw broken. Yeah. I've never had my jaw broken because I keep my mouth shut. I mean that. You bite down your mouthpiece, you really can't break your jaw. Breaking your jaw isn't, it comes from a big shot, but it's not like, if you keep your mouth shut, the mouthpiece works. Like, it really does. If you bite down, you're not going to break your jaw. So when you get a broken jaw, 9 times out of 10, it's because you didn't bite down. And then once you don't bite down, but once you break your jaw, now you don't want to bite down because your jaw hurts. And now, like, biting down is painful. And now you've got this pain. It hurts every time you bite down. And I'm trying to fight. It becomes a mess. So just bite down. And this happened to Bam Rodriguez. When he fought in San Antonio, he got his broken jaw and he broke it again because once you break your jaw, it hurts so much to bite down on it. So now it's like homework trying to bite down while I'm fighting. I wouldn't call that going out on your shield at all. Yeah, perhaps that's the wrong phrase. But he kept getting up. He was trying to beat the count. You know what I'm saying? Like, I give him credit for that. I take away all those points, all those credit points I gave him for being a bitch and running. Guys, please like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Smash the like button. Remember to tip your gambling advisor. We hit on another lock. I gave you guys another lock, another parlay hit today. Jake, yeah, he has very limited skills. He doesn't really know how to fight. I was telling other people, if I gave you 5 boxing lessons, you'd be better than Jake Paul. If you worked with me for 2 weeks, you'd be better than Jake Paul. Jake Paul doesn't really know how to fight. His footwork was good enough, which was surprising because it was a mess against Tyson. His footwork improved a lot. And he was able to survive, right? Like, he was able to run around for a while. I gave him credit for getting his jaw broke, but that could be fake too. Yeah, maybe. He was trying to run and troll and make making the distance so he could troll harder. I think there's that. I think he didn't want to get hit. Like, go back, watch the tape. In the second round or so, AJ misses him with a right hand. And you see him go, like, wow, really? I can't get hit with one of those. Let's call it like it is. The whole fight was Fugazi. You ain't wrong. A fruity Fugazi fight, Yeah. Jake was diving in AJ's crotch like groupies will be at an hour from now. Shout out to the homie Hawk. Gary, did you bet Bumgarner's opponent? I did. I put some money on Bumgarner's opponent. I took $150, I think, 120, it's like 125 or $150 I put on Bodine. That didn't hit. But we're still up for the week. And then I got 2 parlays that'll hit tomorrow. Contract said can't knock out till 6th round. Maybe. Well, was it the 5th or the 6th? What round was the knockout? I did, Hawk. I did. The footwork was automatic at times, even when fatigued. It was cool to see the Disney kid live a dream. It was cool. I get it. But why didn't you fight? Why didn't you fight? Like, you should have came to fight. Like, shout out Peter McNeely. Peter McNeely fought Mike Tyson. He came prime Mike Tyson, and he came right after him. Like, okay, I wouldn't have done that. That's just not a winning strategy, but he came to win. He tried to win the fight. Yeah, the prelims were better than the main card. The prelims were good. The main card wasn't that great. Although I thought Bumgarner looked really good. I was impressed with Bumgarner. And I think women should go to 3-minute rounds. Sup, Gary? Sup, Mike? I get Paul ran and didn't engage early on, but AJ really looked average there. He was disinterested. And I think, I don't want to poison the well here in the poll. I think he carried him. My guess is that AJ carried him. You could see him getting frustrated with all the holding and taking a knee. Caroline Dubois looks super good today. I've always been impressed with her. 1.7K money line, Alicia. Oh, one point AJ money line, Alicia money line, silver money line. Shout out. Yeah, that silver thing was easy money. That silver thing was easy money. His fights aren't scripted, I don't think. What up, user N? What do you think about the Craig Richards Dan Azim fight? I'm doing a video on that right after I finish it. Right after I finish this, I'm gonna record that video. I like Craig Richards. Dan Azim is just gonna walk into a bunch of crap. Tip your gambling advisor. He came through for you in a real way. A real way. Shout out to Rambler. Rambler ain't never lied. Remember to tip your gambling advisor. Cash app, super chats, always available. I do appreciate y'all. Shout out, Rambler. It happened to Ali against Norton. Well, yeah, Norton was short and stocky, and it was awkward. And Ali couldn't hit him. I get it. Just fighting short guys when you're a taller guy for your weight class, like Ali was, short guys like that, especially like Norton, when they make themselves super short, it's tough, man, because you're punching down. Usually when you hold, you get that little, half a second to kind of breathe and like a little recharge your batteries a little bit. But they're in there working, right? Like, and they're usually strong as hell too, because they're short and stocky and stumpy. They're like fire hydrants. They're just in there hitting you. And yeah, fighting little guys is not easy. I don't know that it's always an advantage to be a lot taller. Will AJ versus Fury happen? Yeah, I think it'll happen, and I would still pick Fury. I picked Fury. If it were to happen 5 years ago, I would still stick with Fury. I would still take Fury, and I do think it'll happen. There's too much money out there right now, and Fury just saw what AJ looked like and said, "Okay, I'll fight him." No respect, not even for stepping in with the heavyweight champ, even though I give him credit for stepping in the ring. I give him credit for beating the count. That I give him credit for. What I take away all his credit for was the way he fought, or didn't fight, how he tried to survive in there from the opening minute on. He never had any intention of winning that fight. He never tried to win that fight. He never gave himself a chance to win that fight. Was he ever going to win that fight? Of course not. But just like I said with Peter McNeely, with Mike Tyson, Peter McNeely went right at him. I think that's a dumb strategy, right? You want to keep Mike Tyson at the end of your punches. But McNeely thought that was his best path to victory, and that's how he fought Mike Tyson to win. Jake Paul simply tried to make it the distance from the opening bell. He never tried to fight. And I can't respect that. All he did was run, hold, and take a knee. That's all he did. That was his whole strategy. And taking a knee is dumb because it exhausts you more than anything else. It's going down, getting up. It's exhausting. I was surprised by a lot of uppercuts from AJ, especially at an angle. No, Jaden ain't never lied, man. And this is why AJ is past his prime. He's 36. He ain't that shot. And that's what AJ's right hand, the rear uppercut, are his money punches. He made a career, 2-time heavyweight champion, Olympic gold medalist, unified champ, all of that, all of those uppercuts, right? Especially when Jake Paul is coming in. Jake Paul is coming in. Where's the uppercut? And that's something that AJ made a career off of. And now all of a sudden he didn't throw it. And this is why I kind of think that AJ carried him. Because where was the right hand, the overhand right? Where was the rear uppercut? He didn't throw them. Did he throw any uppercuts in that fight? Seriously, no. Jaden makes a good point. I off the top of my head, I can't recall one uppercut that Anthony Joshua, who's got the best uppercut, one of the best uppercuts in the history of the heavyweight division, threw even one. I can't even think of one that he threw. Jake should have had several points. He should have had a point. He should have, honestly, yeah, he should have had a point deducted. If he kept doing it, he should have been disqualified. You're telling me you don't want to fight when you do that. I don't think it was any funny business from AJ. I think he made do with the ridiculous opponent. Maybe. I mean, but like I said, there were times Jake Paul doesn't have any power to start with. Plus, he's on spaghetti legs, right? Because he's running, he's exhausted, he's got no legs. So now he's just winging arm shots, and he has no power. Why didn't AJ let the right hand go? Why didn't AJ throw the uppercut when he was coming in, right? AJ saved boxing tonight. I don't know if I agree with that. What kind of money did you Did anyone know the purses? I didn't see the. I didn't pay that close attention to it. The reported purse, according to Yahoo Sports, is $92 million each. They both made $92 million. Gator, $92 million. Now you see why they did it? God dang. Gee, your favorite fighter, Joe Laws, is fighting. I mean, Joe Laws is not my favorite fighter, but shout out. Johnson fight is very close. Yeah, the Johnson fight was very close. It was. I took it by decision. Shout out. So that hit. But yeah, that was close. A lot closer than I thought it would be. AJ had a measurable. Yeah, exactly. We all saw it. We all saw it. And it's not like he was gonna worry about what was coming back in return because the guy, his opponent can't hit, and he had spaghetti legs. Like something's not right there. Jake beat washed up mama fighters and lose to all anybody. Yeah, of course he's gonna lose to any boxer over. Yeah, of course he is. The Harvey kid was. I thought he looked good. Are you guys impressed with Harvey? That's my poll tomorrow. That's the poll I'm gonna do tomorrow. Harvey looked good. He didn't look next level to me, right? Like he looked good. He looked good. Can I say I saw the next world champion there? That I saw something that really blew me away? No, I didn't. Right? But he's good for sure. Did you hear Snoop Doggy Dogg say in a real way on the commercial? Maybe no. Did he? Shout out in a real way. I wish I could go back and hear that now. He landed some right hands on AJ, but he's got no power, right? He's got none. That's what I'm saying. Why was AJ afraid to let his hands go when the guy you're fighting can't punch? Jake was ducking so much. Yeah, he was. Tyson wasn't allowed to throw uppercuts. I guess AJ was told the same. Maybe. He threw like two. I don't even remember one. I got to go back and watch it. I think getting KO trying to land an uppercut against Dubois left him. Yeah, I hear you, Mikey. He ain't fighting Daniel Dubois. He's fighting Jake Paul. I get what you're saying, right? Like a little PTSD, but he's fighting Jake Paul, a guy that can't punch at all. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up soon. Watching Jake Paul is like watching Tim Tebow as an NFL quarterback. I like that. If you can get a Coley by stoppage, but it will probably be. I don't think stoppages at minus 1,000 are ever worth it, even as parlay pieces. It's just not worth it to me. I'm gonna do a show tomorrow morning. All right. Let me take a look at this. Hang on. Let's look at tomorrow real quick. Let's come up with something real quick. I know what I want here. This is going to be your parlay piece. Craig Richards on the money line. I would take that. The Blair Cobbs fight is off. You got to want to work something like that, right? Right up to the bat here. Craig Richards, Caleb Simpson. You could even. I would take that. They could be a potential stoppage, and then you could just work another parlay piece in there, right? We got an over on this. There's a 3-leg parlay. Bring you close to even money. Craig Richards money line, Caleb Simpson money line, Olivia Curry, K Scott over 8.5. You guys like this for a parlay? Craig Richards is gonna for any parlay tomorrow. Craig Richards on the money line. I probably like Craig Richards by stoppage, but I mean I probably like Craig. I'm sorry. Blah, blah. I probably like Craig Richards by decision, but Azim gets hit so much. It could be stopped. It might be stopped. Like he could get a late stoppage. And the over 10.5 is worse than Craig Richards. Yeah, I would just take Richards here. Richards by decision. It's minus 110. It's not bad. I would lay off it. I'd work a parlay around this. Richard Simpson and over on the Curry fight. I would do that. That's the parlay I would pick. Shout out to Angelo. Thanks for Thanks to Angelo for the $2. Thanks for the tips tomorrow. You got it, Angelo. Shout out to my guy Jaden moving to Texas and joining the 3D boxing gym. You're always welcome, my dude. You're always welcome. Thank you, DJ, for the $2 super chat. Appreciate you. There's no message. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate everyone. Got you guys a little parlay for tomorrow as well. Richard Simpson's over 8.5 on the Curry Scott fight. I'm gonna wrap up. Appreciate all y'all. It is December 19th, 2025, from Texas to the world. Thank y'all, and God bless.
Don't miss a tweet, post, story, or video. 3D Boxing is on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Hit the subscribe button now to stay inside the ring.